Hi friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. In today's video, we're doing a book haul. It has been a minute and I've had some really exciting things come through recently. Some of this is birthday stuff, publisher mail, things that have just been sort of piling up. And because I did just start a full-time book marketing and publicity internship, I don't necessarily have the bandwidth to do a lot of real intense videos at the moment. And this seemed like a fun, easy thing. If you are curious, so far the job has been great. It is very intense. My brain was very tired and it's been nice to have the weekend to sort of chill and do things that I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to edit videos. This feels really easy. I don't have to pay as much attention because my brain is used to doing it. This is normal. I'm starting a new job. I expected it to be like that. So yeah, so far it's been going great. I've been making lots of social media graphics, doing lots of other stuff. So if you follow Alcove Press and Crooked Lane Books on Instagram, you may have seen some giveaway posts that I made last week, so that's been pretty fun. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into the book haul. I've got a lot of really exciting stuff, including some super fun special editions. These are in no particular order. It is a mix of books that I purchased, books that were gifted to me, books that were sent to me from publishers, kind of a mishmash of things, but all things that have come in relatively recently. There is one book that I want to mention that came in like 2 months ago, but I don't think I've mentioned it in a book haul video yet. So I want to give you all a heads up because I think some of you would be really into this book. So let's start there. This was sent to me for review from the author. This is Birth of a Dynasty by Chinaza Bado. It sounds great. It's coming out in August from Harper Voyager. She also writes romances under the name J.J. McAvoy. Here's an example of one of her historical romances that I've read and really loved, so I was very curious to see what she was going to do with fantasy, because this is her first fantasy novel. Combining the political intrigue of She Who Became the Sun with the gorgeous world building of Children of Blood and Bone, Birth of the Dynasty is the start of a thrilling epic fantasy trilogy centering around 3 families' fight for power in Akabulin, a land where magic is feared, giants are real, and prophecy holds sway. And above all, choose vengeance. It sounds really amazing. The author was kind enough to sign a copy for me and send it along, so I will definitely be reading this and reviewing it ahead of publication date. But I wanted to give you all a heads up about this. I think I've showed it in like a short video, but I don't think I've talked about it in a long form one. So if that sounds like your thing, be aware. It's coming out in August. It sounds good. Next, from Saga Press, I have a sequel coming out in June. This is Flight of the Fallen by Hannah Lee, the second book in the Magebite Courier series. I just recently read the first book and really enjoyed it. It's queer dystopian fantasy with Mad Max Fury Road type vibes, and book 1 ended on quite the cliffhanger, so I'm very curious to see what happens. It's also got a polyamorous romance situation happening, so I'm excited. It says, Hannah Lee's gritty, queer, Mad Max-inspired fantasy duology concludes in a pulse-pounding second installment as deadly storms threaten the world, sparking a high-speed motorcycle adventure to find the source of a disappearing magic. Also, the motorcycles, the mage bikes, are powered by magic, so that's kind of fun. Really liked book 1, love that it's a duology, and excited to conclude that. Thank you to Saga Press. From a PR company, I got a copy of Silver Elite by Danny Francis, which I think is going to be the next big book a la Fourth Wing. It just came out, and I actually have a standalone spoiler-free review video coming for this. I don't know if it's going to go up before or after this haul video, probably before. So I'll link it up above if it's out by the time this goes up. I just filmed it, but I really enjoyed this. You'll hear more about it in my wrap-up, or you can check out the review video. I don't think it's going to be everybody's thing, but I do think it's going to be a real crowd pleaser. It is a dystopian novel with spicy romance elements and a high-stakes plot and psychic abilities. Think like Divergent, but if it was grown up around 20 with high steam. That's kind of the vibe here, so it was really fun. So I read it, and I also got a finished copy from Book of the Month. This is, I think, the first time they've done sprayed edges, y'all. Look how pretty that is. So I was a fan. I thought it was a good time. It's giving me nostalgic Divergent vibes, but sexy. Then I have an installment from a Kickstarter that I joined like a year and a half ago. I don't think I've actually shown the books I've been getting from this Kickstarter in a haul video, but one just arrived, so I'm gonna show you. Cassandra Clare did a Shadowhunters Kickstarter, and as a longtime enjoyer of the Shadowhunter universe, I I caved and got them. They've had these really pretty books. This one I haven't opened up yet, but Careful of Books, a novella collection. Like, how pretty is that? It's got a ribbon bookmark, and I think at the end we're supposed to get a case to put all 4 of the books we're getting in it. So that's been fun to get these periodically. I have not actually read any of them, so maybe that will happen at some point, but I am collecting them. And look how cool. It's got like Shadowhunter themed box. That's pretty fun. I'll tell you, I'm kind of a sucker for a special edition of something I like, or like a Kickstarter. You're gonna see another example of that later on in this haul. Then there's a book that is one of just a couple that I purchased recently. I was out with some friends book shopping and saw that this book I had been anticipating just came out. This is A Letter from the Lonesome Shore by Sylvie Cathrall. I loved the first book so much. It was on my favorites of the year list last year. So this is the oh, it's only a duology. That's okay. I'll be happy that we're getting more than one book at least. The charming conclusion to the Sunken Archive duology is a magical academia fantasy of underwater cities, epistolary romance, and the beauty of found family. So A Letter to the Luminous Deep was the first one. I just adored. It's like sci-fi meets Jane Austen as an epistolary novel. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, and it's very queer as well, which we love. So excited for that. An unexpected but very pleasant surprise was some book mail that I got from Viking. We Won't All Survive by Kate Alice Marshall. This comes out in July. I love Kate Alice Marshall. I read everything she puts out now, adult and YA. Her books without fail work for me. I don't think I've ever given any of her books below like a 4.5 star. I just think they're great. They're usually queer. This one, I don't know if this one is like adult and YA. Okay, this was one of her YA books. Lights, Camera, Murder. Love it. Everyone has something to hide. 2 years ago, Mercy Gray was hailed as a hero for saving lives during a mall shooting. She still carries souvenirs from that day: the fragment of a bullet lodged in her back, a mountain of medical debt, and guilt for ignoring her sister's warnings that the sweet boy next door was anything but. So when billionaire-turned-TV host Damien Dare recruits Mercy to compete on his new survivalist reality show, I love a reality show plot, y'all, she can't turn down a chance at the whopping cash prize that could send her sister to college. But when she and the other contestants arrive at the off-grid location, something isn't right. The set is empty. The gates close without warning, trapping them inside, and then one of them turns up dead. What appeared at first to be a tragic accident quickly transforms as more contestants start dropping like flies. With time and resources running low, surviving the show takes on a whole new meaning. Mercy must figure out who to trust before she's next. This sounds so good. I am very excited about this, and I was not expecting it, but I will gladly take it, so thank you so much to Viking for sending me a copy. Next is a book that was sent to me from a PR company that's coming out really soon that sounded really good. This is Crueler Mercies by Maren Chase. This is a queer historical fantasy. It was blurbed by Ava Reed. This book smolders in every sense of the word. It's supposed to be sapphic. After 9 years as the people's beloved princess in the sun-soaked kingdom of Karsa, Vita witnesses the execution of her mother by her father's hand. Forced into exile, Vita fades into obscurity with her only friends, the crows that visit her window. 11 years later, Vita is given a choice: marry an enemy general, granting him legitimacy to take the throne, or die as the forgotten princess. With time running out, Vita meets Solene, an intriguing lady-in-waiting who introduces her to the powerful but unstable magic of alchemy. If Vita and Solene can learn to control it and the undeniable spark between them, they could burn the world of men to the ground. I mean, it sounds really interesting. I feel like it has a lot of potential. Excited to give it a try, so thank you for that. Then Fierce Reads sent me a very exciting package in the mail in preparation for a book event in the summer that they invited me to. This is a gorgeous box for Trisha Levenseller's new book. I mean, look at that. Now, what's interesting about this is that they are coming out with a new adult romantasy imprint called Fuel. So Fierce Reads typically has done YA, but Trisha Levenseller has her first adult romantasy novel coming out, and it is coming out, when is this out? September 23rd. What Fury Brings, and it sounds like it's got a lot of potential. #1 New York Times bestselling author Trisha Levenseller makes her adult debut with a sexy, empowering romantasy featuring a warrior general who must kidnap and train a husband in order to take her rightful place as queen. So kind of doing a little bit of a gender flip on something that we've seen in the past. It sounds very intriguing, so I'm excited to give that a try, and I'm excited to go to an event and hear more about it. And gotta say, some pretty good character art, so cool box. Thank you to Fuel. Looking forward to that. Then Red Tower Books sent me a box for a book. I wasn't expecting this, but it sounds interesting. This is Shield of Sparrows, it looks like. This is kind of fun. A treaty sealed in magic, a fate born of monsters, a love foretold by legend. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty cover. I think this just came out, so May 6th. I've not read it yet, but it looks fun. If you're not terrified, you're doing it wrong. Long ago, the gods unleashed monsters upon the 5 kingdoms of Kalandra to remind us that humans are insignificant, that we must pray to the gods for mercy throughout our fragile, fleeting lives. I didn't need a deity to remind me I was powerless. Being a princess had never been more than a performance. 23 years of empty titles and hollow traditions. My sister revels in the spectacle, basking in the attention and flawlessly playing her part. I was never asked to be part of the charade. Until the day an infamous monster hunter sailed to our shores, the day a prince walked into my father's throne room and ruined my life, the day I married a stranger, signed a magical treaty in blood, and set off across the continent to the most treacherous kingdom in all the realm. That was the day I learned that not all myths are make-believe, that lies and legends are often the same, and the only way to kill the monsters we fear was to become one. It sounds interesting. I do like a political marriage of convenience type situation, so I am interested. I would like to try this. Thank you to Red Tower Books. Apparently the finished copy has quite lovely sprayed edges, as we know to expect from this imprint. All right, a couple more books that I bought. I got a used copy of The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This is one of very few books by her that I have not read. She's one of my favorite thriller authors, but there are a handful of her earlier books that I hadn't read, but since the sequel to this is coming out this year, I thought I probably should read it. And then I have a new thing this year where my highest tier patrons for their birthday can pick a book that they'd like me to read, and one of my patrons was like, oh, read the new Ruth Ware, and I was like, you know, it's interesting you say that. So I am actually currently reading this and loving it, because of course I am. I love her writing. It pretty much always works for me. But I won't say, like, I think there's a Netflix show, right? Or there's gonna be. You've probably heard about this. Shipboard murder mystery. Is she crazy or did something happen? I'm enjoying it. It's good so far. I also picked up another book from Book of the Month. It was my birthday month, so I got a free book, and I grabbed Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake, who I love. I pretty much always love her books, and sadly I did not get this one in the mail, so I bought one myself. Where there's a will, there's a war. Thayer Wren, the brilliant CEO of Renfair Magitech and so-called father of modern technology, is dead. Any one of his 3 telepathically and electrokinetically gifted children would be a plausible inheritor to the Renfair throne. Or at least, so they like to think. So this is like magically gifted and talented siblings. Money is the family business. Magic is the family curse. It sounds really interesting, so I'm excited for that. From Orbit, I have a book from an author I love that's coming out in June. This is The Mercy Makers by Tessa Gratton. She always writes fantastic sapphic fantasy, and I assume this will be no different. She was always destined to break the world. A talented heretic must decide between the pursuit of forbidden magic or the ecstasy of forbidden love in the start of a sweeping romantic epic fantasy trilogy. I am very excited about this. I love her writing. I think it's gonna be great, so I've got that. Next was a gift from one of my patrons when I was having a real rough time with this job search, and it was so sweet. This was on my wish list, and I'm really happy to have it. I wanna read it soon. This is Under the Oak Tree, the novel, volume 1 by Suji Kim. Like, look at the cover and look at the edge. Like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Like, I just think this is stunning, and I was like, yes, what is it? I don't know, but I need it. Most fairy tales end with a wedding and a happily ever after, but this is no fairy tale. Lady Maximilian is the daughter of the powerful Duke Croiso, but she is rarely allowed outside her family's sprawling castle for fear that her stutter will tarnish their noble name. When she's forced to marry Sir Riften, a low-born knight caught in one of her father's schemes, Maxie doesn't dare hope for happiness, let alone love. Her stumbling communication and his gruff manner sour their relationship before it can begin, and Riften leaves without a word the morning after their vows are exchanged. Now, 3 years after their disastrous wedding night, Riften has returned as a war hero. To Maxie's surprise, despite rumors that he was offered marriage to Princess Agnes, a beautiful and renowned sorceress, Riften still wants Maxie for his wife, and when he comes to claim her, his desire bewilders Maxie, even as she is overcome by the scorching heat that Riften's presence ignites within her, etc. And she's got power, so updated and official translation of Under the Oak Tree, the #1 web novel on Manta. I'm very excited for it. So thank you so much to Esty. I really appreciate it. This was very kind of you and much appreciated. Whew! Man, we got a lot. We're getting there, y'all. I didn't think it would be so long. Next, Fierce Read sent me a graphic novel that sounds great, and they also sent me some character art, which is lovely. So here is the character art. This is You and Me on Repeat by Mary Shine. Chris O'Brien has a genius plan. If he can share the perfect first kiss with his crush Andy, then of course he'll break free from the time loop that has him repeating graduation day over and over and over. Alicia Ochoa thinks Chris's plan is doomed. Valedictorian and total nerd, she knows it'll take more than a kiss to escape the loop they're trapped in together. Besides, Alicia doesn't think Chris has a real shot with Andy. Once close friends, Alicia and Chris have history. The pair fell out after Chris ditched her for the cool kids. But when you're looping side by side, you never know if friendship might rekindle or what new feelings could spark along the way. So yeah, they're pitching this as like a summer romance graphic novel. It looks really cute. It's friends to lovers with a time loop element. I know in novels I don't always love it, but I feel like for a graphic novel it could work, and the reviews look really good. So thank you to Fierce Reads for a copy of that. I'm excited to give it a shot, probably pretty soon. Then I went to an event where there was a book talk panel. I was invited by a friend, and they had goodie bags for us with books. And the book in it was a book I'd heard about that I had been kind of interested in, so I am not upset to have it on my TBR. This is Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao. It is, I want to say this is like a debut sci-fi. I'm not sure if it's debut, but a woman inherits a pawn shop where you can sell your regrets and then embarks on a magical journey when a charming young physicist wanders into the shop in a dreamlike and enchanting fantasy novel. Okay, so it's not sci-fi. For some reason I thought it was, but I think it's cozy, got cozy vibes. It sounds fun. Okay, we're almost there, y'all. 2 more publisher books and then special editions. I'm very excited about these special editions, everybody. Okay, so from Tor, I have a finished copy of The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, which I have not gotten to yet, but I will be very soon. I will read it this month because I'm going to an event for this book, and I'm very excited. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow. This is so pretty. The worst monsters make the best allies. What the heck? This is so awesome. Oh, and there's more art back here. Okay, I'm very excited about this. So Joe Abercrombie is known for the First Law series, and this is his first adult novel that is not set in the First Law universe. Holy work sometimes requires unholy deeds. So it's got like elves, dark fantasy, like churchy vibes. I don't know. We'll see. I think it'll be fun. So thank you so much to Tor for sending me that. And then the final thing from a publisher is a finished copy of a book that I have already read and really liked. This is Up in Smoke by Nick Brooks. This is his second novel, and he is writing some really fantastic YA crime fiction centering Black teen characters. This one follows 2 characters who are kind of interested in each other, so it's got a little bit of a romantic subplot, but really it is a mystery. It's set in Washington, D.C., and the older brother of the girl is also friends with the guy. So the brother gets him to go with his crew to try and steal some stuff during a riot that they know is going to happen, and while they're there, somebody gets shot. and the brother gets arrested, but they're convinced that he didn't do it, that he's being framed, and they are going to investigate to figure out what really happened and try to clear his name. It's really good. It's a quick read, and it's getting into a lot of deeper themes that I think are handled well, but it's also a propulsive mystery. This could easily be the start of a series. I would love to see that, and I think he's doing really great work. So thank you so much to Fierce Reads for sending me a finished copy of this. Lastly, I've got a couple of fun special editions that are getting added to my collection. There is a set that I treated myself to, and then there is something that I got from my spouse for my birthday and Mother's Day, which are near each other, so that was fun. So what did I get for myself? I am blaming this entirely on my patrons in my Discord, because somebody linked this and knew that I would probably need to have these. These are the gorgeous Illumicrate special editions of one of my all-time favorite series, The Song of the Lioness Quartet by Tamara Pierce. Y'all, childhood faves. I couldn't not get these. I had to, and they're so beautiful. Like, look at the sprayed edges. I'll show you the art. They're stunning, absolutely stunning. The artwork is incredible, and we've never had like really nice editions of these books before. I am just blown away. So this is the first one, Alana and the First Adventure. It's got really beautiful art on the inside, and this is under the dust jacket. It's just really gorgeous. They all have ribbon bookmarks. They're so pretty. Here is book 2, In the Hand of the Goddess. I did a whole read along on my channel for this series a couple years ago, and they really hold up. I still really recommend them. Here's the cover art, and here's what it looks like under the dust jacket. Beautiful. I love this so much. The Woman Who Rides Like a Man, book 3. They cross over between middle grade and YA, which is nice. You don't get a lot of that now. In book 1, she's like 10, 11, and then by the end of the series, she's around 20. Here's the art in this one. And the cover. Like, guys, these are gorgeous. They did such an incredible job on them. I'm so happy to have them on my shelves. And then lastly, we have Lioness Rampant, book 4. And she's growing up. There's the art and the cover. It's so pretty. Like, I cannot even tell you how happy these books make me. Yeah, they were definitely worth the investment. I'm not mad about it. The last book in this haul was my birthday and Mother's Day gift from my husband, and he has been lately, because I mean, I guess I'm easy to buy for. He's been getting me Folio Society editions of books that he knows that I like, and I'm not mad about it. They're really pretty, and this time, y'all, it's Dune. It's the Folio Society edition of Dune by Frank Herbert. Like, look at that. It's so nice. These are like gorgeous collectible cloth bound editions that have full color artwork in them. I mean, creepy, but hey, show you another one. There's some, I'm not going to show you all of it because it's kind of a lot, but there's more. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I am really happy to have it. You know, I'm not a complicated woman. It was a good gift. It's a real good gift. So thank you so much to my husband for that. There you go. Those are books that have recently come onto my shelves, into my collection. A lot of this is publisher mail. I haven't bought a whole lot for myself. I feel like I've been reserving most of my purchases lately for special collectible editions instead of just buying a ton of other books, and I'm not mad about it. I am enjoying having them. I am a book collector as well as a reader, so it works out for me. In the time between when I finished filming this video a few days ago and I'm actually getting ready to post it and edit it, 3 more books arrived in the mail. So I'm going to share them with you, but also I realized I need to remind you, if you want to come hang out with me and Easy from Happy for Now next year in January 2026, we are co-hosting a relaxing bookish retreat in Costa Rica,
and we are so excited about it. There are still a handful of early bird spots left available that are a little bit discounted, so if you're interested, check it out, the link's down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below or DM me. I'm always happy to answer questions. But now that we're getting into summer, if you're starting to think about your travel plans for 2026, I hope that this might be on your list. We would love to see you. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun and relaxing. We have a spa day and a low-key hike. It's not a super long trip, but it'll be perfect just after the holidays, which I know for me are super busy and stressful with kids and family and rushing around, so many things to do. So the idea of taking a few days for self-care sounds amazing after that. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, let me show you the 3 books. First up, a birthday gift from my friend Amanda at the Naughty Librarian. She sent me The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune. She said it was really heartwarming and she like hugged the book when she finished it, which honestly, I could kind of use a hug of a book these days. I am up for that. Then some publisher mail. We have coming out in November, The Entanglement of Rival Wizards by Sarah Rosh. This looks really fun. It is a queer rom-com. Allie Hazelwood meets Dungeons and Dragons in this fantasy academia rom-com where rival grad student wizards are forced to work together without killing or falling for each other. Yes, that sounds lovely. This is from Bramble, so thank you to them for sending me a copy. And then lastly, from Saga Press, I've got A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. I have not actually read any of her books, but I have watched a lot of her TikToks, and this sounds fun. It comes out July 1st. Peaky Blinders meets Six of Crows in a new slow burn romantasy. All Nina has ever wanted is to become an artisan. All Patrick sees is craftsman revolution. Will they choose their greatest desires or each other? That is very exciting. So 3 new books to add to the list. Hope you enjoyed this.
Hopefully this was fun and you enjoyed seeing a little book haul. I don't do them super frequently. I just feel like it's been such a great birthday. I got a job for my birthday, y'all, which is really what I wanted. I've got all these incredible, gorgeous books. Life is good, new opportunities are happening. I'm feeling great. And I hope you all are doing well also. I hope things are kind of looking up. Hopefully this was fun. If you got to this point in the video, leave me some kind of a birthday related emoji down below since I am celebrating my 38th birthday this weekend. Woohoo! I had to work on my actual birthday, but I'm still doing some really fun stuff and I got to do some fun stuff the week before I started my job, so I did some early things. So all good. But leave me an emoji down below, or for question of the day, I would love to hear, do you like special editions? Do you collect special editions? And how do you decide what you want? I do, but only for books that I love. I am picky about them. I won't just get them just because they're pretty. I have to also love the book. But what do you do? I feel like there's no right or wrong answer to this, and some people just aren't into them. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, it always helps if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.